Hey, it's your boy here, Rod, with the Heart Review. I got a message, an audio message from a young lady this morning, which sort of surprised me because I didn't know I could get audio messages on the Heart Review. And in the audio message, it was a very spiritual message, and that was strange too because I don't talk about my spiritual relationship with the Lord on the Heart Review. And she spent about 8 minutes talking about it. She started off talking about her health. She said she beat cancer twice, and she's going through something right now that might be cancer. And she said because the Lord took 39 whips on his back, that she's healed, and that's why cancer can't get her down and can't take her out. She said her mission and goal on this earth by the Lord is to save as many souls as she can. Ironically, that is the mission that the Lord has given me, to save as many souls as I can for Christ, to bring as many people to Christ as I can. Then she went on to almost put in a request, and this is really confusing to me. She says, so if you can just kind of help me out, I can use a building, a church building with all the things that go into the church to make a church. I'm going to need the microphone, the speakers, the sound system, the mixers, the piano, and all those things. And I promise you that I will save as many souls as I can. I will preach as hard as I can to save all the souls that I can. So I'm really kind of bewildered now why she's leaving this message on the Heart Review. And then she goes on to say, and I'll be so appreciative of you, Mr. Steve Harvey. So I said, oh. That's why she left that message. Somehow she's confused this with Steve Harvey show. So I guess if I can have a moment of fun with this, I would say, I'm your boy, Steve Harvey, or the Steve Harvey show, or the Family Feud. But nevertheless, I wish I could have those kind of funds that I can fund and help people out that want to do things for Christ. I'm believing that God's going to open those doors so I can be a blessing that way. I will have a conversation with her to make sure that her calling to be a pastor is a calling that only comes from the Lord. We can't self-appoint ourselves to these positions. Well, actually you can, but there'll be no growth, because if the Lord didn't appoint you, you said, well, we won't get into that. Nevertheless, it's such a blessing to hear that message, and I got a tickle out of the Steve Harvey part. And I pray that she's healed from the crown of her head to the sole of her feet, and no weapon formed against her shall prosper. And if I get a hold of Steve Harvey's money, I'll reach out to her. This your boy Rod from the Heart Review.